What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today, I'm kind of not starting a series, but continuing a series where I go back and look at some animated movies because I'm a big fan of animation. I haven't covered a lot of animation on my website or here on the channel. So today, I'm talking about Cars from Disney Pixar. I know it's an odd thing maybe for this channel, but whatever. Um, this movie centers on Lightning McQueen. He is a race car who is like right on the brink of greatness. He's like the hottest star, but he hasn't quite bumped out like his closest rivals, to take his position as the best. What the guy who's currently at the top is about to retire, and so it's basically down to Lightning and this other guy named Chick Hicks, who are they're bitter rivals, and one of them is going to end up taking that position at the top. They do have this huge race, which everything is on the line, and it ends up being a photo finish draw. They have to do a re-race en route to this huge rematch. Lightning falls out of the back of the truck and ends up in a little town called Radiator Springs. He inadvertently causes some damage there and runs into the local police, who are not going to allow him to leave unless he repairs the damage. Lightning, while he has a good heart, he's definitely a very arrogant kind of persona, so he doesn't think too much of these hayseed locals and their quiet town. He just wants to go fast, and that's about it. And basically, he has to kind of learn to adjust, or else he's going to end up missing this big race, which is his big opportunity to get what he's always dreamed of. I really like this movie. I want to say that I would think most people have probably seen it, but if you haven't seen it because you're not really interested in cars, or you're not like a gearhead, that's definitely not an issue here. I think people who are super into cars probably get more out of it because they can appreciate some of the like design details and like the focus on the open road and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not a big car person, and I had a lot of fun with the movie. It's Pixar. The animation is amazing. I love the detail. I love the character designs of the cars. They definitely I like the way they embodied like the personalities of the car with kind of the what kind of car it was. So there's like a hippie van who has like a hippie George Carlin persona. There's like a military oriented Jeep that has like that drill sergeant presence. It's just really cool. Paul Newman is here, Owen Wilson, Bonnie Hunt, Larry the Cable Guy. I'm not a fan of Larry the Cable Guy, but I do feel like they used him pretty well here, because who else is a better fit to play a rusty redneck tow truck than Larry the Cable Guy? He is a little bit overused, but it's not too bad. But if you hate his humor, you'll probably hate some portions of this movie, but I think he's used sparingly enough that it's not a huge issue. The main thing I really like about this movie is the world that it takes place in, because these are kind of humanized cars. No one drives them, so it opens up a lot of interesting possibilities for how their world works and kind of a larger scheme of world building, which I thought was really neat. A lot of people might just think like, why would you care about that? But I just thought it was really cool. So it made me like wonder a lot about like how do certain things work in this world, and it was just interesting to me. I like movies that kind of spark my imagination, and in that kind of unique world building way that this movie did that. Because like I said, it's just interesting to think about, like, of course later on we would learn about the planes, and we'd see in a later movie like the Pope Mobile is like the Pope and stuff like that. I really like that kind of stuff, and I think it opens a lot of interesting possibilities here, so I appreciated that. I really like the movie. I think most of the humor works. I think it has a good, warm message. I definitely wouldn't rank it with like Pixar's best movies, but I would definitely say it's in that second tier, which that second tier is not meant to be an insult at all. But I mean, there's like clearly the elite Pixar movies, like your Toy Story, Inside Out, Up, Bug's Life, and then I think this one is like right below that with like Coco and movies of that tier. So I definitely think it's one of their better movies, if it's not one of their best movies, though. But I definitely recommend it. I would say, like I said, most people have probably seen it, but I wanted to do this review anyway, so I highly, highly recommend it. There's a new Blu-ray out now. I actually have an older Blu-ray. The new one comes with a digital copy, and this one is pretty nice, though. It's got a bonus animated shorts. It's got some featurettes, a deleted scene, and some of those weird Blu-ray games that I don't think anybody ever played. But as far as the movie itself, I really like it. I think it's a lot of fun. I love the characters. I love the warmth, and I just love the world that Cars takes place in. Unfortunately, some of the later movies would kind of abandon what made this one good, But I really like this original one, and I definitely highly recommend it. If you want to read a full write-up of Cars, you can check it out on my website, markfusion.com. You can also check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Letterboxd. I'm up on that now, and I'm also on Patreon if you want to support me in a direct financial way, which would be much appreciated, but no pressure. And if you do, I'll use all the money that comes in through Patreon would go to directly getting movies to review here, so I'm not trying to get rich off this. I just want more movies because I can never have enough movies. But the best way you can support me, as always, is just to hit that sub button. It's free, it's easy, it's a direct way to help inspire me to continue to create this content, so I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do greatly appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.